Hi everyone, welcome back to Monday Meds. I hope your week is off to a great start. Happy Monday. Yes, it is Monday. And yes, it is the first day of spring, right? Should I say? It is the first day of summer. The first day of summer. I know many of you in the US couldn't wait for summer. Yeah, it's the first day of summer. Spring is in my head. Yes, I love spring. And yes, it's always summer in Jamaica, right? So it's tropical. All right, so we've been on a trend that we've been talking about preparing for disasters, preparing for hurricane, and surviving what is to come. And we talked a lot about seeds. We talked about, preparing for stocking up with food, stocking up with water, preparing for hurricane. And we did talk about the Atlantic hurricane season began June 1. Now, according to the Met Office, yes, there is Hurricane Claudette, that is there, a threat to Alabama right now. And yes, we're thinking about all of you there. We have friends in Alabama, and we're thinking about you and praying for you that you will go through this safely. So yes, it is so important what we're talking about. It is important that you not just watch the video and share the video and comment, but it is so important, and not just to like the video and give it a thumbs up. Yes, that's great because that helps other people to see it. The more you like a video, the more YouTube algorithms will share it. The most important though in us doing these videos each week is for you to apply them to your life. And so today we are going to do part 3. Yes, we're going to do part 3, and next week hopefully we'll just wrap this whole month up of preparing for surviving a natural disaster and all of that. As promised, last week I promised you that I will share with you my emergency kit, my survival emergency kit, at least the most important things you need in your emergency kit. All right, so we're going to do that today, so keep watching. And yes, I'm your health educator, Tanisha Lawrence, and this is your Monday Meds. Today we will share with you 12, 12, 12, 12 things you need in your survival kit or your emergency kit. And yes, we do have some of them. 12, 12 things you need to have in your emergency kit. If you don't have them at home, I will encourage you to go get them as soon as you can. If you cannot get the exact product or item, get something that is close to it. So we are going into this. We are going into the Igloo. Number 1, yes, you need to have an igloo. You need to have an igloo. You need to have an igloo, especially if the current goes. You need an igloo, and yes, you need to get ice so you can use your igloo to keep your foods cool, keep them cold, especially the perishable ones, for at least 2 to 3 days. So you need an igloo. Number 1, you need an igloo with ice. So that's number 1. Number 2, before we go into the igloo, you need water. And maybe I should have said that's number 1, right? But we want to deal with it that you need to preserve the foods that you already have in your refrigerator if the current goes. So that's why we have the igloo as number 1. Number 2, you need to have at least a gallon of water per day for each person for at least 3 to 7 days. So how many people in your family? If it's 4 of you, you need 4 gallons of water a day times 3 That's what? 12 gallons of water for 3 days. So, and that's at least. And yes, you should have drinkable water. And they also talk about potable water or potable water. I like potable because that's how it's spelled. Yeah, so potable water is water that is clean enough to be used for shower, brushing your teeth, cooking. So that's potable water. Now, potable water is not necessarily water that you would drink. There is a difference. But yes, some people drink the potable water, or you can purify that water, whether you want to use a purifier, water purifier, or you want to use charcoal like we shared. And if you have not seen that video, we talked about purifying water with activated charcoal. Check in the description section of this video, we will share that. Or you can check in the playlist. All right, so you need water. And we did talk about that in part 1 of this video. If you have not seen that video, definitely check it out. All right, can't stress the importance of water, because yes, you can't, you really don't want to be living without water, right? Yes, you need water. Even if it is coconut water, you cannot live too long without water. So that's very important. All right, so we're gonna go into the igloo, go into our igloo. And yes, you need to have a first aid kit. First aid kit, and with your first aid kit, you can have all different things in there. Yes, first aid kit will come with a flashlight. Very important, but we'll come back to the light. So yes, you want to have a first aid kit. You have your band-aids, you have your alcohol swabs, your cotton swabs, your bandage, all of that. Yes, you can have your glucometer. You can have all of those, blood pressure machine, all of those things. Yes, you need to have that. You need to make sure you have even your medication in there. Also, we talked about food. So we talked about water, food. You gotta make sure that you have canned foods. Yes, and I specifically choose baked beans because yes, it has beans. It has a lot of fiber in it. Not just because I'm vegetarian, but it is high in fiber, and yes, it's high in carbohydrates too. So if you don't have bread or crackers, you can eat the baked beans. Yes. Baked beans have protein. It has about 6 or 10 grams of protein. So definitely that's something you can use to help you to survive. And yes, you can use canned foods or any non-perishable foods. All right. Yes, you definitely need matches, and preferably if you can get waterproof, or if you can get waterproof, I don't know where you can find that, but you can always Google it. All right, you need matches, especially if you need to light a fire or light candles. All right. Yes, this is a throw blanket. Yeah, it's my husband's favorite, cheetah print. Yes, you need to have a blanket for at least one blanket for every member of your family, especially if it happens that depending whether or not the climate is cold, you need a blanket, especially if you need to be outdoors and you don't know what you will need to do, especially in an emergency, because you may need to evacuate. So you always need, and if you can get one that is water resistant, that's the word I was trying to remember with the matches. Water resistant products, very good. Yes, they do have the water resistant blanket. All right. Yes, you definitely need wipes. You need baby wipes, especially if you have children. And you need, as we talk about wipes, you need to consider everything you need for your baby. So yes, you need to pack a bag for your baby and also for yourself. And yes, you can use the wipes to clean yourself up, and they do have the sanitizing wipes also. And as we talk about cans, yes, you definitely need a manual can cutter. Manual can cutter, yes, because these cans, if you don't have the ones that flip open, or the topper, you need to definitely have a manual can opener. And yes, you do need, this is when you really need masks. this is when you will need masks. Yes. Preferably, they say preferably the N95 mask. Even so, you can have the surgical masks. That will help. So these are the moments when you really need masks in an emergency. That's when you'll need it, especially dust masks to protect you from any environmental toxins. And yes, you do need a battery operated radio, because if the electricity goes, you will not have power. You will definitely need batteries, or batteries as we say in Jamaica. Yes, you may be wondering, what's the number 12? What's the last 12? Last thing? And I talked about it last week. Solar. You need something, you need solar energy. Yes, so this is a solar lantern, and it uses the sun. And if you have not seen that video, part 2 last week, definitely check it out. Yes, so if you can see, the sun is the rays from the ultraviolet rays. You see the light, it's actually lighting this. Even though it's overcast, it is charging this solar lantern. And yes, you can plug it in, you can turn it on, and you will get light. So this is a lantern, and it is also can use as a flashlight. So yes, this is number 12. You need to have light source. And also, I must say that it does charge. It has a USB charging port, so you can charge your phone, and you can also charge it up if you want to charge it electrically. All right, so this is number 12. If you can find something like this online, definitely check it out. And I will share the links that I will share some links to in the description section of this video on more things you can add to your emergency kit. All right, we got to stand up. All right, as we wrap up Monday Meds today, I'd like to share with you, as Solomon says, in all you're getting, getting all of these things in your emergency kit, in all you're getting, get wisdom. Yes, you have to get wisdom from God, and He will will direct you in what you should get and put in your emergency kit, what you should get to put in your survival kit for you, and also for your family, that you can be safe and be prepared for natural disaster or any disaster, or to prepare for what's ahead. I pray you'll have a wonderful week, everyone, and God be with you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Be sure to click the notification bell to get updates on all our new videos. Keep watching.